Hello and welcome. This is going to be a small tutorial on using the Warhammer 40K Conquest LCG plugin for OCTGN. I'm going to go over a few quick things. I'm going to assume that you already are familiar with the rules of the game itself. You should have those in your box for the game. Hopefully you got the game already. If you haven't, the rules are available online from Fantasy Flight Games. We'll be playing with the censored deck, excuse me, that comes with the plugin by itself to show how playable it is with the deck as it comes. There'll be ways to get the uncensored files if you need it. To have the uncensored files, you'll need to own a copy of the individual cards. Alright, first thing you're going to do is you'll find the game in your OCTGN here. We'll, under Games Manager, go to the directory. Scroll down to the bottom. You'll click this. You'll click the green install button. That will be like that. And then it'll install and make itself up to date. Then you'll click to play or spectate. You'll start a game, or if you're looking for a game, you'll click the refresh. You can click play or spectate if you're just wanting to spectate the game. You want to keep this hide in uninstalled games unless you want to list every single game being played at the moment. Community chat's available for if you go ahead and go online. We're playing this offline at the moment. Alright, so once you get the plugin started, you're presented with a screen like this. This here is going to be the tabletop, where the cards are going to be played out. This area is going to be your hand. This is your resource bar. This is how many resources you have, who has initiative, and these are the planetary resources, green materials, strong points, and tech. First person to get 3 of any one of these wins the game. Your hand, your deck will be here that you'll be drawing from to build your hand. Discard power here. These are your planets once you start gathering planets. I keep that minimized until I start actually showing up planets. Your text bar is over here. You can type here. Your player 2 will So we're going to go ahead and get up here. We're going to go to load deck. And as I said, this is going to be a real quick instructional video. There's more instructions on my website, which I'll link on the YouTube video version of this. So we're going to go to Warhammer 40K Conquest, where our decks are going to be. We're going to go ahead and play this basic default decks. And we're set. You'll see down here in the hand, it's got player, kept warlord card. This is the edited version. You'll see that the gray area is where the artwork would be, but you still got all the main text that you need and all the information you'll need to be able to play the game fully as it goes. We can click the player 2, see that they don't have, we can't see what they have in their hand. Let's get the game started. All your options, and let me go over a few things here first. You got right click options in each area. In the hand, discard pile. Visibility, you can set visibility to nobody, everybody, player 1, player 2. You'll also be able to, most of those are times you only use that if you're in a tournament with another spectator that's broadcasting it. You can do them all again within your hand, right click thing. In the desktop we got a few right click options. There's also some keyboard shortcuts, and again those are on the website. So to get ourselves going, we're going to go ahead and click setup. What this will do was it'll draw the first hand. It'll set up the planets. It'll put the warlord out. I'll put the container out here. It's going to ask us who wants to be the first player. We're going to go ahead and select me. Player 2 will also need to do the same thing with right clicking and clicking setup, or they can do Control Shift S. And this just sets their things up. We can now see which warlord they're bringing to the table, and they're bringing an orc. The serval skulls here. Although to set the serval skull, you actually flip it here or press F6 once that point comes up. Look at our hand here. Lots of attachments. There's an army unit. Here's another example. Instead of having that like hammer icon there appearing twice, it will show up just the number 2 to show you that it's worth 2. However, I only appear to have 2 army in this. We're going to take our one allowed mulligan. Do all 7. Shows up in text box what's going on. Oh man, may have even been worse. Oh nope, this one's good. All right, we'll go with it. Well, we have to go with it. And player 2 is going to stick with his hand for the eventual beating that he will undoubtedly launch upon us. I have the initiative token, so we're going to go ahead and go start the game here. Let me get a couple things set up here. Alright, we're about to start our deploy phase. So, I'm going to go ahead and click this green arrow. And I can't see it here. Let me... If you can see here on player 2's screen, it shows up with a yellow pause. It shows them that I'm presently starting my moves and actions. It would be nice if it showed up over here, but as well. Alright. You don't really have to do that. You can hold off and pressing these things. Now let's find out what the planets are. Okay, this one gives me 1 card and 1 resource. Blue and red, green, blue and red, red. Looks like red's going to be the way to go, because red will... And that gives you 2 cards. One. Trigger the battle ability of another planet in play. Nice. Trying to figure out which planet we're going to attack here. Alright. I like the battle ability here because it'll let us take anything. And it gets us a head start on both blue and red, which either should be able to get to if we can manage to win. So our resource cost is 3. You can just drag and drop a card like this. You notice it doesn't change the amount. But if you double click it, it'll come up asking you reduce cost by. There are no card effects presently at the moment that will reduce it, so we're going to just click OK. And it brings it in. Do the play, we pick the planet we want to apply it to. We deploy there, and we can tell player 2 it's his turn. Player 2 is going to undoubtedly come out swinging. And yep, he's attacking us. We're all going for planet 1, it looks like. Alright. My turn to deploy another unit. I've still got 4. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that. Reaction, let's see. Man, I don't have enough. Alright. Only got 2 resources. I might hold off on these just in case I need to pull one of these. Let player 2 know that they're clear to go. Let's go ahead and show what they're going to do here for a minute. Notice that their card says that when you deploy another orc at this planet, reduce its cost by 1. So he's always going to be deploying here. Of course, this pain in the butt. Reduce cost by 1 because the card effects on this allows us to reduce on what by 1. And instead of costing the 3 points, you notice it went down only by 2. And he'll pass over to player 1. Alright. I'm going to say we're done with alright. So they're passing them there on. So it's now that we're done with our deployment, it's time for our command phase. Gonna set our servo skull. I think we know what's going to go on here. Servo skull, we're going to select one of the 5 planets that we have available. I'm going 1. Wait for player 2 to make their choice. And you can see they flipped over. We don't know what it is until they reveal. So we go ready. Probably should have. So both right click the card and flip it. Or you can left click flip 8. I want to show you something here real quick though. We're gonna break rules for a minute. I'm gonna show you it does actually show up different here. We're gonna go back to 1 though. Oop, we don't need
Commander, you are in danger of violating Imperial decree. Please watch your language on official channels.
I didn't cuss. I wasn't talking to you.
Commander, you are alone in the room. You must be talking. Commander, you are in danger of violating Imperial decree. Please watch your language on official channels.
Oh, thank you, Nova. Now you decide to start talking. Anyhow. It will show up whichever choices make. So now we have to, of course, move our commanders. Do our command phase here. And start our command struggle. Let's see who's actually going to win this command struggle. We both have warlords here, so they'll cancel each other out. I have two command icons. They have 3 command icons, so they will, player 2 will get the command struggle. So they get 1. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, be careful when you push it. No, don't hit it too many times. I was kicking this too many times there. Alright, so yeah, it's supposed to go to 3. Alright, and then we'll just drag card over. That gives us that. Again, these are the censored images, so as you can see, they are still super playable, even though it doesn't have the pretty artwork that's there normally. Alright, so command struggle is over. They've managed to get their resources. And it's time for combat. We go by planet order. We both have a warlord here, so again, they'll cancel out, so we'll go by the initiative token. And this text for 1 shield or defensive life. He's got 2 and 4 and 2 and he's got 3 health, 4 health. I'm not going to be able to do much damage to him. Alright, first thing of course on our combat rules is to exhaust a card. Tell that I'm doing that. And then using shift, left click, I'm going to indicate who I'm going to attack here. Both of these guys hit only for 2, so I just shift left click to pull it out, and I'm attacking him. Let him know he's ready, and resolve his actions. And you don't have to use the arrows. Sometimes just a convenience. You can also use the text box down here to let each other know who's up. Here, two's gotta decide here if he's gonna let that damage go through, or if he's got a shield. Budo, what does Budo give us? Hold on, let's pull up the Budo book. I can't remember what Budo gives us. Oh! Oh! We may have chosen badly. He's gonna go ahead and take those two damage tokens. He's done that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and his turn to fire off a unit. He's gonna, which, man, this was just bad. Now he's gonna attack for 4. And he's attacking this guy. Alright, what do we got here? We got one shield, one shield. The opponent uses a shield. It's odd. I can. Oh. Oh, I needed to use that. Oh, I was bad time. I should have. 2 shields. Yeah, I don't really have. I could. He's attacking with 4 since Budo. A unit with the Budo keyword increases its attack value by 1 for each damage token on it. Man, I just. That was a bad choice on my part. Alright. I'll show how to add damage. You can right click, add one, or just left click the card so you know it's on there. Technically, it can't go over. This is cards is discarded. Confirm yes. We're gonna I was trying to switch things up. Alright. Once you start using these green arrows, they're kind of stuck. But you can actually play without the... I have to take that out now. Ooh, or... Yeah. I have to... I don't have any choice. Now let's show something what player 2 is going to be doing here. They have a shield here. Now, it costs 1 to deploy as a normal resource. So this is a situation where you would just actually drag and drop. And you'd just say something like, I'll use shield to block 1. And then shift click left drag so that they can see what's going on. I see what player 1 sees this. And Yuki. And my attack for two turned out to be an attack for 1. And they get rid of that. Goes to their discard pile. And now he's exhausted at least. I can't do anything. So it's his turn. I may have missed a turn somewhere along the way. Again, this is not an example of necessarily a proper play. And he's attacking me for 2. This was just badly played. I'd have to pass again. So they would go, because I don't have any units ready. But it could.
Commander, you are in danger of violating Imperial decree.
I am not.
Please watch your language on official channels.
Alright, let's remove that particular phrase from. Introduce yourself, Nova. Introduce yourself, Nova. Good evening, Nova.
May the blessings of the Emperor be upon thee, Commander.
Thank you.
You are most welcome, Commander.
Introduce yourself, Nova. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself, Nova. Oh, she's not listening today. And they're going straight for my guy here. With an attack of 2. I got 6. I can take that. Finally, we're at a spot where now we can ready our units. Ready my cards. They go. He's now should probably have initiative. Since he's got a war, well, we both have warlords, and I still have the initiative token. So, however, I think what I'm gonna do is first exhaust ready. Gonna do that. He'll go ahead and take those 2 because he thinks He's all set up to be able to deal more damage to that brutal ability. I play this and say crush face, destroy. And even do that just to help point it out. And of course that's done its work. And it goes crash. Their turn. Of course, I come in after my commander. I'm blocking 2 shield. I'll reduce his damage here. From 5 to 3. I'm about ready to be bloodied here. Alright. We're gonna go after him here. I probably should have withdrew. Yep, I should have withdrew. Now he's gonna attack me. And I have, well, I have 1 shield. Attacking with 1. Oh, he's attacking with 2, I mean, but I have to bloody my warrior, I guess. And ready cards. Now, here's a little thing that's probably a bug at the moment. You'll notice mine shows bloodied. Player 2's shows here. It will show a flipped over and says bloodied. But if they hover over it, it'll say bloodied. So I mean you'll know what's going on still. And I'm gonna make a retreat to HQ because I can't survive this battle any longer. So what would happen, of course, would then player 2 moves the attack. There's nobody attack, so he gets to pass, and then he gets to claim the planet. Now what he does is he right clicks here on, there it is, F7, or right click on the desktop, capture planet. And of course it captures the only planet that you're allowed to capture, which is planet number 1 in the list. And it goes to player 2's planet pool. And during the end of the battles, we should have probably triggered that. We also see player 2's tech and material went up with that. So our sad little round there went bad. Reverse combat's over. So time to end turn. Right click end turn. Let's say resolve turn 1 headquarter phase. Yes, we're about to do our headquarter phase. You could also click that end turn every single time you're about through things. The way I've found best, at least for playing against my own self here, as the test, is to use this at the end. And thank you. Nova, say hello.
On behalf of the Empire and the Commander, I bid thee greetings.
So we're going to resolve our headquarters phase. Yes. You'll see it adds our resources are back to 4 through a new card. And of course the whole new phase begins. It moved the tokens, moved the initiative marker over to player 2, who would get to start the new round, and proceed to do some more crushing of my soul here. But that's the basics of the interface here. Again, I've got more over on brianathomas.com, which is where I'm going to be putting a YouTube copy of this video. Could put a link in the chat, and meanwhile I'll also be doing that link in the YouTube video and Twitch video on demand of that as well. So those are the basics. Hopefully that'll help some people who were confused on how to use the Warhammer OCTGN plugin. I'll get this up on YouTube as quick as I can, so that I'll be more of a quick tutorial. Thank you.
You are most welcome, Commander.
I wasn't talking to you.
Commander, you are alone in the room. You must be talking to me.